Greetings, patriots, starseeds, light workers, and of course our brave military of all different levels. Welcome 1776 United, and we are in a worldwide and galactic revolution. Now, as we know, I'm going to read you out some military drops here. Biden regime has already fallen, as we know. What remains are deep state parasites, judges, prosecutors, and media executives desperately delaying their full disclosure, but their time is running out. Every seizure, every drone feed sent to security military servers, it's just a matter of time before they're taken out. We're in the storm. Escape routes have been neutralized. No clowns' assets is untouchable from here on in. Not in the Alps, not in the Pacific, not even under the ice caps of Antarctica. Trump is no longer preparing. He's executing. Dams are collapsing across Norway, New Zealand, Brazil, South Africa, Canada. These deep state tunnels used for trafficking and experimentations are being destroyed. Emergency war powers have never been rescinded. The system is running at full force. Gitmo is overflowing. Secret tribunals are processing day and night. These figures are not being handed over to the civilian courts. They are being tried and in secret military tribunals under continuity of government COG provision enacted in 2020. Canada's Castro-Trudeau compounds are now military zones in the Antarctica. Also in Antarctica, a Nazi origin fortress used by global clowns was stormed under the U.S. and Russian authorities. In Paris, dumps under the Louvre were purged. DNA labs using, well, let's not go into that. This is an extraction warfare. Military law is not law enforcement. It's military purging. Among the confirmed targets, multi-generational trafficking cults, pharma executives involved in depopulation agendas, AI-linked tech moguls, and clergy shielding ritual sacrifice rings. In Bangkok and in Australia are the two tunnels linked together, have both been breached at both ends. And I guess they're working towards the middle. Raids begun July 13th and haven't stopped since SEAL teams, Delta Force, Spetsnaz, that's Russian, and unacknowledged White Hat divisions are hitting elite compounds night and day. In the international special forces executing deep state extractions in over 40 different countries, from underground labs and other chambers, from clone children to synthetic blood programs. The old world order is being gutted from the inside out. This is not a drill. This is military war and revenge. The takedown has begun. As of July 16th, 2025, coordinated military raids are striking the most powerful strongholds that the clowns have. Trump's reinstated command is now fully operational, backed by Q military alliance used and under Space Command. Satellites seized communications, blackout incoming. This isn't about stopping them. This is about building a quantum secure future. No spying, no back doors. You will wake up to debt wiped clean, mortgages, loans, and are gone. This is not a theory. It's happening now. Excuse me. EBS and 10 Days of Darkness, 700,000 indictments released. Arrests are definitely ongoing day and night. Checkpoints enforced Nasara and Jassara. Military operations. This Nasera Jacera is extremely important, and they do have laws that are backed by the military and enforced by the military. And if they're not following those guidelines, they're arrested. Military operations are live. Special forces, SEAL teams, Delta forces, SAS, are executing coordinated takedowns in 100 different nations. The cabal's backbone is broken. Coming broadcasts, Antarctica-based footage, hybrids, plus tech confessions from synthetic clones. Boy, that's going to be interesting. Recovered Montauk, and plus Area 51 files, live testimonies from rescued children. Debts are erased. Currencies revalued in over 209 different countries. Over $84 trillion is seized in cabal assets being distributed and redistributed via consciousness resonance of protocols back to the people. Phase 2, the storm goes global. Mass arrests underway in Canada, France, Germany, Japan, Australia. Over 9,400 deep state assets, which are high-valued assets, neutralized in 72 hours. Bankers, AI architects, biofair scientists, and bioterror agencies are dead. Starlink overrides, Mockingbird systems destroyed on Thursday, July 17th. And CNN, BBC, MSNBC went dark and are now being controlled by the undisclosed white hats. Thursday, 17th, Iraq was to have a new international rate on the Iraqi dinar, and of course that's going to be followed. They are the kind of like the benchmark, but there's going to be probably 20 currencies in that first basket. They're not going to, I don't think they're going to do all 209. That just caused mass confusion. But I'm expecting at least 20, because if there's 209 countries, there's got to be at least 20 in each one. That'll be 10 baskets, right? Okay. Situation update. Bombshell report. Trump activates final stage GCREBS blackouts. Global shutdowns for mass arrests. The Global Military Alliance has been performing mass arrests worldwide since the 7th of July. Deep state trapped in their own traps. And other mainstream news channels now rerouted through the quantum financial system secure white hat relays. The Mockingbird system has been destroyed. No more spin, just truth. Starlink satellite systems, AI, Prophesis took command of the global bandwidth and mainstream media. CNN, BBC, and MSNBC and other are being controlled by the white hats. Fact of the century. The 2020 election was a coup attempt. Dominions, stolen votes, and the Brunson case exposes the biggest fraud in U.S. and probably the world history. Courts found Jesuit Superior Andolo Pancho guilty of crimes against humanity, along with Pope Francis and Archbishop of Canterbury Jason Welber. A few days later, Pancho announced his resignation and was arrested. Canadian Prime Minister Stephen Harper was up to his neck in it, was among 30 of the global clowns found guilty of the first ICLC court, that is military court, that addressed 50,000 missing Native children, found a few days ago later after Pope Resigned resigned from office. All this disclosure is finally coming out now. We will be seeking a new round trials of those connected to these killings and the Canadian government involvement with the Ninth Circle Satanic Child Sacrifice Cult, and that was in Canada, connected with the Vatican. And infrastructure minister, companies like power corporations, Cargill, Sinclair Oil, and other whose offices have been named as participants in this child trafficking and the Ninth Circle sacrifice rituals have been taken down. Courts was considering Ninth Circle Satanic Sacrifices cult connection to Pope Francis, food giants Cargill, Sinclair Oil, and Europe's convicted mafia money laundering banks HSBC, chemical, uranium corporations. There was a guy that actually went to my school when we were kids, and he was actually running the Uranium One. He became a multi-millionaire and a big donor for Clinton. Giestra. His last name was Giestra. He went to my school. He was a couple years younger than I was. But he's toast now anyways, a scumbag. And the criminal syndicate and European mafias have been also attached to this crime against humanity. To me, the death of Gadan confirms that the federal politicians in Canada are linked to the Catholic Ninth Circle Satanic Child Sacrifice cult and could have an honest cop. They could not have an honest cop tied to this ITCCS working to expose their crimes, so they had him killed. It's unfortunate. Apparently, Gadan knew the Dennis Lieber and Gerald Leroux involvement in the Ninth Circle ritual and had planned to bring charges against both of them, but was taken out days before the court date. We suspect that members of this cult and Ottawa Police Inspector Cal Cadan on September the 28th, after he helped stop the Montreal child sacrifice in August, and then was killed shortly after that. Directors received evidence on February the 5th, child sacrifice in Rome involving Canadian Prime Minister Stephen Harper, senior cabinet ministers Dennis Lebel, and Quebec Archbishop, now Cardinal Gerald Leroux. The staged killing of police Nathan Karula occurred 2 days later. So there are a lot of good cops out there trying to do their job and bringing this to light, but they're sacrificing, as they come forward, they're just being taken out. This is all that was before. Our unit commanders in Brussels believe that the head of the Ottawa's Human Trafficking Division, Cal Caban, was killed due to his willingness to investigate the Ninth Circle rituals in Canada. Yeah, we are so corrupt here. The global currency reset, new currency values become public worldwide very, very soon. And that's about all I have for now. We'll see you on the next one.